Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to read price action. A lot of people don't even know what that means, what it means to read price action, to read what the charts are telling you. So I'm going to be showing you guys right here on Microsoft. So this is Microsoft. We can see Microsoft is up about, what is it? I think 1.7%, 1.4%. So it's up about 1.5% on the day. And I'm going to show you guys how we know that Microsoft is probably going to go all the way to $432. So we can see our clear areas of demand. So we have clear areas of demand down here. We have areas of supply, areas of demand. So I marked those out. So that's the first thing that we always do is we mark out our key levels, our levels of demand, which tells us that buyers could be interested, where sellers could be interested. And then our job is to see what price is doing and what the buyers and sellers are doing at the key levels. I'm going to briefly turn on my moving average because it's going to help us see these charts a little bit better. So I'm going to leave just my 100-day moving average for here because that is the one that is important in this case. So we can see that Microsoft came to this level right here at 506. So this is a demand zone at 506, and then it started coming up here, rejected, found that demand again, finally was able to break, come back, find that support, and continue higher. And this tells us that we are bullish. We're making higher highs, we're making higher lows, but then we see this sell-off right here. So we see this mini sell-off right here, and this causes a lot of shorts to enter the markets. And the reason why we've seen this little sell-off is because we had two things happening at the same time, two confluences at the same time. We had our 100-day moving average and we had a supply level sitting there at the same exact time, and that caused Microsoft to struggle. So this thing was really bullish, so it was making higher highs, higher lows, just continuing higher, but then it was not able to break above this level because of all that selling pressure caused by the supply level and the moving average. And it is at these times where we need to ask ourselves, because we can see Microsoft started to sell off. So we are able to take that short. It is possible, but we need to ask ourselves, where can this thing bounce? Because this thing is starting to go lower, but it's not going lower because it's selling off. It's going lower because it's looking for liquidity. And we know that because the sentiment is bullish. The trend is bullish, but it cannot break above this, so it needs to seek liquidity. And then we ask ourselves, where can we find liquidity? Where are the higher chances of liquidity? And we have this level right here. So we have this 416 level right here, which is an area of possible liquidity. And then we have this 420 area, which is a possible area of liquidity. And which one looks like it's stronger? Obviously, the 416 area right here looks like it is a stronger area. So we start to come to that level, and that is where we find the buyers. And then now we can assume that this thing will want to go higher. And as you guys can see, it comes up here, it rejects this supply level over here, it starts to push down, and this is my indicator right here. So this right here is my indicator that this thing is going to go higher. We see that beautiful doji candle, and then we notice that this thing does not need this room. It does not need to come down to this liquidity level because it has enough liquidity for now, and it starts to move higher and higher. So you can see we're moving higher and higher, and then we approach that moving average again, which is possible for us to reject again. So if you were in this move, I would take some profits at that moving average. But now that we broke above the moving average, well, we know that this is our new level of demand. So this is our new level of demand. This is where buyers are now. The short sellers, got completely squeezed out. So the shorts that were sitting here, they are all completely squeezed out, and this thing now has room to run to the next supply level. And now there are two confluences that would cause this thing to move higher. Number one is we have this supply level up here, and number two is we have this big gap to fill. So we have this big gap to fill, and we've already broke into the gap. So this thing is going to continue higher until it reaches that 432 level. Now, if you're just seeing this video, is it a good idea to get in right now? Absolutely not. I would wait for a retracement to that level around 425 so you can have a higher reward and a lower risk trade. And that is how you read price action.